Yet another session of Teach Me How to Cook, the festive season edition, and sitting here with me with Miss Eva Gasses. She will tell us from where she's from, where she was born, and how festive season used to be celebrated with food back then. I don't want to only mention food. She will tell us the tradition, their tradition, and how festive season is being celebrated, where she's coming from, and just a short biography of who she is. You know, as usual, we cannot only talk about people, talk to people or interview people without us knowing who they are. Miss Eva Gasses, how are you?
No, I'm doing fine. Thanks for the opportunity. Originated from the region, Erongo region. I was born at a farm, 13 kilometers close to Karabab. The name is Joan Albrecht. It was a well-known farm for veggies, and it was owned by a German man who is now in an old age home in Okanja.
Also, you are Eva, what is, introduce yourself. Maybe I'm not saying your name correctly, so I'm going to leave it to yourself.
Okay. Most of the people know me as Eva. My name is Eva Belinda Classes.
So it's Gasses. So you need to put on the click.
Yes,
you need to include the click.
Yes, then it reveals the real sense of the meaning.
Of the meaning of the name.
Yes.
So, what do you think about festive season in general?
Festive season in general, I think of a family tree, which is supposed to come together as one unit in order to make the best out of it. Because, you know, nowadays life, everybody is having their own life. And in the past, we used to come together and maybe at a farm, the grandparents were there. You used to come, each one from their own corners. And that time we used to spend together, quality time we used to spend together as family. So even if you don't have anything, you know that you have to go to home. But nowadays, it's an exclusion. The ones that contribute, of that can maybe afford, they go somewhere where they choose. So we are so divided. So, but Christmas time and festive time is for family reunion, because hardly we used to visit each other during the year, except maybe when we are having functions like weddings and funerals and so on. But apart from that, hardly we visit each other. And since like our grandparents, our elders are now also dying out, it seems like everybody started to have their own private life according to their choices.
So I like the fact that you mentioned that you already gave us you already told us about the difference between how festive season used to be back then compared to how festive season is right now. Mm-hmm. So I gotta say that based on what you're saying, that the culture of festive season is actually really dying out. Like I mentioned in another interview, I say that now if you have money, you go to Cape Town, you're not thinking about, bringing family together the way it used to be. Mm-hmm. So after the break, we're going to delve more into the festive season and the festivities and everything that takes place during the festive season, and the favorite recipes always, because this is Teach Me How to Cook. So we want to know what are the favorite recipes, what happens during festive seasons after the break. Yeah. And we are back. We are still with Miss Eva Belinda Gasses. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Yeah. Uh-huh. So previously, before the break, we spoke about festive season in general. You introduced yourself, and you mentioned some interesting points when you say that you differentiate between the how festive season used to be back then compared to now. So my next question would be, Since you mentioned that the festive season has changed, people are doing their own things now. What is your culture? Now that you have, is that part of being with the grandparents? Now you have your own culture, you have your own family. What is the culture when it comes to festive season, when it comes to your family?
Thank you once more. Okay, as I have now grown older, I get married. We do have our own place which we call now our second home. This time around, we used to come together at the farm. Once we knock off from the work, we are together at the farm, me and my husband, our kids, our grandchildren, cousins, and all those related ones that are interesting to go to the farm. So we come together as a unit, and then we celebrate. We used to try to do the old type of Christmas. So everybody is having maybe verses from the Bible that they have to memorize that night. Maybe you have to wear like Christmas colors, and we come up with songs. We used to sing and dance, and everybody must sing because I assume that everybody knows a song. So we doesn't need to sing one song together. So it brings up back those old hidden memories, and really it creates a very peaceful atmosphere amongst each one of us. So from there, even if it is cheap, you just make parcels and with the names on and everybody under the tree is already decorated. That, nowadays, even homes are not decorated anymore. So there are a tree outside the farm, which we decorated with lights and everything. It's nice. And it creates that atmosphere of, and so if they are interested, there is a Father Christmas who are giving out those gifts. So it makes it so interesting, when it comes to food, okay, we have modernized recipes like salads and all those things, but the favorite one should be slaughtered. The donkey.
The donkey.
The donkey must be slaughtered. So, and it really, we enjoy it. You won't believe it if I said that donkey can last maybe for a day.
Only one day.
Only one day. Because everybody comes together, they cook it, and we make biltong out of it according to maybe how our elders have enjoyed. So the one will say, maybe, I want to take this piece to town so that I can go and prepare it the way I want. So, and it's one thing that I can mention that really to come together, it gives you new hope again for life, and also for that it's a reunion, should you say. So hardly nowadays, even the kids sometimes, although they are not much interested in order to go to a farm, they enjoy the fact that we are together.
So your Christmas is mostly, when it's Christmas time, you make sure that you are out of this town. Out of
exactly. I don't even want to waste another hour.
You're out of this city. You wanna be on the farm.
I knocked down. So it really, and you even forget. You totally forget about these busy roads and cars and a lot of things. So you just shut down. You can hear how the cattle are, especially, and if it rains also, everything comes together in place.
So I wanted to find out, is it only the donkey that you slaughtered? You mentioned that you slaughtered donkey.
That one is the favorite. But
that's a favorite, so yeah.
Maybe you can slaughter a goat, a cow, different, and maybe this home chicken, so that you can have variety of meats.
So if you have a farm and you don't have livestock, it's not the same.
It will not be the same. So it means you have to do it now, like the town life. You have to buy meat here, maybe, and then you have to take it off.
Transport it to the farm, yeah.
But it doesn't have really a same meaning, because once you slaughter for a goat, maybe this one is taking something, put it on the fire. They want to do it this way, and really it creates another atmosphere.
Yeah. I can imagine.
So you don't only cook, maybe like in a stone pot or what. You do not. The free leg is there. You just put it in and do it yourself.
So the whole cooking of the donkey and everybody coming together, it gives it's like just the atmosphere, just the vibe around it. Yeah, just a vibe around it. Because I interviewed someone previously say that no, they like it when a goat or something is slaughtered and they just come get the liver. They prepare the liver. Yeah, they are good in preparing liver.
Yeah.
So the fact that everybody is taking something,
and do it their own way. Yeah.
And so after the break, we're gonna talk about Eva Gas's favorite dish. Beside the slaughtered donkey, because I know Eva Gas is really cook. So we want to talk about the favorite dish during festive season. And also maybe we're gonna throw in some of the favorite dish here while you are in the capital city when it's not the festive season, and just a bit in detail as in how it is prepared. Yeah. After the break.
Okay.
And we are back. We're still with Miss Eva Gasses of Miss Eva Gasses. And now she's going to tell us more about her favorite dish during the festive season and how the favorite dish is prepared. Maybe the favorite, we heard about the donkey that is being slaughtered and everybody from the community, the family members, they come together and they eat from the donkey. So if you decide to go with Miss Eva Gasses to the farm, just expect to eat donkey meat, and I'm sure you love to eat donkey. You learn to love how donkey meat tastes. But now we want to know about her favorite dish and how that favorite dish is prepared during festive season. Ms. Eva, over to you.
Okay. The main favorite dish is now the asbrood. We call it the asbrood. So we just to make it with a normal meal. Yeah. And then you just make it like pieces on the fire. So when you put it on the fire, we do not put a lot of ingredients because some people like it without salt. Some people prefer it without sugar. So we just make it the old way, the natural way. So when you prepare those bread, the moment once the bread is ready, you can already start eating it because you just put it on the fire, a little bit of the ash on it, really just for that special taste, because our elders used to regard ash is also one of the medication in those years. So you just make meat. You can fry it or you can put it on fire, especially if you put it on fire like brine meat that you put on together with the ash bread. Because salad and those things usually, especially our men don't prefer salads a lot. Okay, they said it's lady stuff. So the other part is now again the glukis. We call it the glukis. Those want the doughs. You just cook the meat and then you just make the glukis. But nowadays, you see people are making different styles because those years we used to maybe put it only in with a spoon or something like that. But nowadays, it's so soft, small, and okay, we know that there is like self-rising and different types of things also come in, which makes the whole process also easy. Although the taste is not the same anymore, but we used to try to keep to it. So you just cook the meat. You just put in different veggies, maybe like carrots, potatoes, onion, and then a natural soap, not this paki soap. Nowadays, people only cook with paki soap, but we used to prepare,
especially the now generation.
The soap and spice and those things, those are the favorites for the people, but we used to cook the natural way. So when everything cooks together, at the end, you have like everything together in one plate. So you don't need to put maybe a rice here, veggies here, and what. Once that pot cook already, the glucose one, it's ready for everybody. So you just take only the big spoon, meat and a piece of the dough with the soap that has been prepared. You are sorted out for the whole day. And those are like healthy food, really. Once you eat it, you don't need to have even maybe extra something to add up to eat. So, but we prefer it. And amongst that one, the favorite also is the pap and milk. That's the favorite. Pap and
Even
milk.
during festive
Very
season.
fast also. Very fast. No
Even
bread.
during festive season, you also eat pap and milk.
Pap and milk, that's it. And you are ready.
Yeah.
Because you even feel the absence of, if you don't have those things there, you can eat eggs and bread. But you feel like something, you miss something out.
Something is missing, yeah.
So, but once you are having pap and lekker dik milk, then it's a go.
Meaning that when you are on the farm, you need to, they say local is lekker. It's just, it's nothing spicy, nothing too fancy, nothing too colorful. It's just pure recipes, old school recipes. I want to touch base on, I want to talk about the types of bread, because I realize that people struggle with bread, with making bread. I myself, I struggle
to make bread.
Yeah, there's just a lot, what do you call it? There's just a lot of recipes that one can make with the meal, as you said, with meal. So with meal, it's backpro basically, yeah. And there are a lot of recipes that you can make with them. The as broad. I want to know. Do you put all the ingredients? Like, do you wet the ingredients? Is it like the dumplings or the cookies? How is the asbrood?
The asbrood is similar to the bread that you make in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe of like a roaster bread.
Oh.
Yeah, it's similar.
Oh, because I thought that you put it on the coals themselves.
Yeah, no, you put it on the coals.
Oh, you put it on the coals, not on top of a braai stand.
You can put it on the braai stand, but it will become like a how do you call it? Two broodjies for the braai and those. So, but if you make a ass bread, it's already, and it's even flat. Once you put it on because nowadays, people used to put them in the fuel and all those things, but the fact that the fire maybe gives that extra taste is maybe the difference. So, but it's the same way that you are making like the roaster bread. So you mix everything together, but some people prefer not to put in everything. Yeah. So it's a little bit somehow.
Does it have to raise?
Yeah,
you put in
it raise. It raise.
Oh, so it has to raise. So you can buy self-raised.
Self-raised.
Because I'm sure there's somebody out there I remember somebody recently wanted to know a few recipes of bread and pastry. Yeah, they want to do this for the festive season.
Okay. Yeah,
so now I'm sure there's somebody maybe watching and they want to know a bit more in detail how asbrood is maybe being prepared. So which makes sense.
Yeah.
So you just put in, what do you put in for it to raise?
Those days we used to make it with the baking powder.
Okay. Baking powder, okay.
But nowadays we do have the yeast.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you can put in yeast as well, yeah.
So
okay.
It will only depend now, maybe how many you want to make. So if you are having a lot of people, then maybe you have to make it according to the total. But like me and Mia, we are not partners. So even a small one can raise so that I can later say I didn't mean it this way. So, but it's one of the, and it's also a very good thing to have that homemade bread, as we said always, because you are cutting off on those extra things like butter, what those nice things. So the moment the bread is finished, you just start eating.
Yeah.
Whether it is fat cake, roasted
Yeah.
bread, what, as long as it is finished, then you can start eating. Yeah.
So you mentioned something interesting that, okay, us broth is mostly prepared with braai meat.
Oh, it's very tasteful.
With braai meat.
Oh, braai meat. Oh, you just, the moment you slaughter something, you just take a wrap of something, you put it on the fire, and then you are sorted out.
You're sorted out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when it comes to klukkies, yeah. The klukkies, you mentioned that you just dish everything out.
Yeah.
So meaning that the klukkies, do you also have to put in something that raise, when you mix it with water, with let's say bakpro, or any other product, so you water, bakpro, any type of meal. I'm gonna say meal because I mean it's a farm recipes, So bakpro or meal, any type of meal, and then do you also, if it's not self-rising,
self-rising contains everything.
Okay.
So you only add water.
You only add water.
So maybe if you use bakpro, bakpro is also fine. Because for klukkies, you don't need to put in sugar and all the other fun stuff. For them, maybe you only put a little bit of juice of baking powder if you are having it, just to keep it a little bit soft. Because some people also make it just like hard, like that.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes it's really very hard. But if it is soft, it's more enjoyable.
Oh, it's more. Oh, okay. So it's soft. So you cook it within the pot with the
meat and those whole sauce. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So besides the festive season, what other? Because I know I've heard a lot about you. I've tried your food out before, and you really are a great cook. Even the fact that you mentioned that you don't use a lot of spices, that I've tasted in your food. You don't use a lot of spices. And also when you mentioned the meal, I remember when I tried your pap, I'm like, this is this my culture's way to make pap is like this. I'll never understand how you are Damara, right? How Damaras make their pap. But the day that you made pap and you brought it for us, it was really tasty. And I think it's just a special blessing that elderly people have when it comes to cooking. I think we too much into the whole spices and all that. So you mentioned something that you prepared during winter, a lammertjie or something like that. Can you just tell us about that?
Lammertjie is it's now the small goats that we used to prepare, maybe 2 weeks to 3 weeks old. They don't need to be grown big. So you just have them and then you just cook them. You need to have all that we put in there is like salt, pepper, and onion, and a little bit fat. So culturally, if you are having komasam, it's more tasteful.
What is komasam?
Komasam is that's extra fat that you make out from the milk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So you can also eat porridge with it, and because especially in the older days, it was outstanding. But I think butter nowadays takes over. So you just cook them, and then once you cook it, since it is the goat is already small and the meat is soft, so it cooks faster. So you remove all the bones from the meat. So you just stamp them together all with the onions, and then you just put in the fat so that it can fry nicely. So with that and meat, or with that and broth with that, and roasted broth with that, and fat cook, it goes.
It goes.
Because the one outstanding thing about the lammertjie was you hardly get them, because it's only in the winter, maybe if the goats are fine, that you can get them. So that's why.
I'm still gonna try that recipe, but I can only try it when I'm on your farm. I can't wait to be on your farm. Thank you so much, Miss Eva Gasses. It was really nice chatting to you, and we wish you a happy Merry Christmas with you, your loved ones, and your family. Enjoy it. I hope you're gonna continue keeping the tradition, especially the food part, because this is teach me how to cook. We wanna know about food, and we wanna know how recipes are prepared. It was amazing having you.
Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you.